with our final show of the season with some sad news. We have heard of the passing of legendary wrestler, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And in his honor tonight, we're going to toe the bells.
Thank you.
Well, that kind of sucks that we have to start off the show with some gloomy news, but it's kind of been a gloomy day, actually.
It has.
Actors, it's been not a good day for superstars, really. We also lost the great Christopher Lee today. Those of you of the older generation would know him as Count Dracula in the Hammer movies, and newer fans would know him for his role as Count Dooku and several other things he's done in the newer generation. But yeah, what a downer day for that kind of stuff. And another downer moment, it is the final sports frenzy of the season.
Bummer.
What? Oh.
Your better half.
Yes, my better half over here says I forgot to mention Rue Clanahan also passed away today. One of the last Golden Girls.
Oh, wow. Which one was she?
The frisky one.
They all were.
No, not really. She was the really frisky one.
Blanche? No, there's still one, Bette Midler, or, oh my goodness gracious, there's still one living.
There's Betty White still around.
Yeah.
The frisky one, man.
I have to go back and watch the Golden Girls.
Oh, give me a break, Rose. Everybody's going, what the heck, Rose? You don't even know this? I know it's not sports related, but come on, Rose. What?
See? She was the taller one. No, the taller one was B. Arthur, wasn't she?
Yeah. B. Arthur was the taller one, yeah.
Okay.
And is Blanche?
Oh, okay. Yep, I got Blanche in my head now. Yep, I know which one you're talking about. Because then there was the mother, and she was the oldest. Then there was Betty White, and then Blanche was B. Arthur. Okay, I got her in my head now. Gotcha.
Got this?
Wait.
All right.
Wait.
This has absolutely anything to do with...
It just registered.
That's crazy because, I mean, I know we get a lot of these celebrities, at least the ones we hear about, their big names, when they pass away in threes, but it's usually over a period of time. We had 3 deaths in one day. That's crazy.
It happens that way.
But Dusty Rhodes, man, that's it. I can't believe that. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. Anyhow, on to brighter moments. Final sports.
But you know, you have with Dusty Rhodes, you have to remember he dined with kings. I can't even remember his whole quote now. Was he dined with kings? He ate with. He's the son of a plumber. I'm trying my best here to quote Dusty. Gosh darn it.
He's the American dream.
Because if we actually probably played his song, this whole thing would have to be muted out for the whole thing. So, because we don't have the copyrights to the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
I think the thing I liked about Dusty Rhodes is, he had a huge thing going on with Ric Flair in the AWA days, in the early days of wrestling, before before Vince McMahon's WWE, and so it was like even he had some people he hung out with and people that battled the Four Horsemen and in the early days of wrestling. But then when the WWE did come around and all those guys moved into their roles in the WWE, they didn't really have to, but some of them like recreated themselves with the theme songs and everything else. And Dusty Rhodes, man, he took off with his. I mean, you don't often see a big guy, and I mean, he was a big guy. He wasn't no small dude.
Yeah.
Recreate themselves kind of the way he did. He came out with that. Yes, he's the son of a plumber man, and he's the American dream, and he's not better than everybody else, and he hangs with everybody. And he had so much high energy, and the polka dots, and the dancing he did, man, it just, it's like he didn't need a lot of theatrics. And also, Dusty Rhodes was way before what they called sports entertainment.
Yeah. He was entertaining in his own way.
Not a sports entertainer. So, to the family of the Rhodes and to the Lees and the Golden Girls family, our sincere apologies, and all of them will be very much missed.
Yep.
And the final episode of Sports Frenzy for the summer, as most of our schools are running out, I think there's a few of us still standing. Might even just be my classroom mostly.
Well, either way, whoever's still remaining, we're glad you're joining us, and we're excited. We currently, let's see if this will work here for me. I'm trying to pull up ESPN to get the latest score for the Cavaliers Golden State Warriors game. 1 second there, everybody. Sorry. Oh, Mary. Right now, the Warriors are beating the Cavaliers 65-58. Third quarter, 5 minutes and 52 seconds left in the third. Go Warriors. But, let's get into some picks here. Brighten the mood a little.
If Cleveland wins it all, then Sports Frenzy's done. There'll never be another season of Sports Frenzy ever.
Don't listen to him. Either way, if he doesn't want to do it anymore, I'm going to do it.
I won't let him.
He can't stop me. Nobody can stop me!
He thinks he's unstoppable.
Because you can't see me! Alright, anyways, starting out with season...
With the copyrights and the everything else, he'll never have another show on again.
Nope, I'm washed up in this town.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going crazy.
He is.
It just shows I don't like Cleveland, okay? There'll always be a sports frenzy. We'll be sports frenzying on for as long as you guys want us to. So frenzy on, people. Let's get you into some picks here. Rose is live chatting as we speak.
People. Come on, people. We have, by the way, this is season 5, episode 35.
35 episodes in for you guys this year. How you like that?
Well, not for all of us. As you recall, I did miss part of the season, but I'm back, and I'm better than ever!
Well, just because you missed part of the season doesn't mean we didn't do the whole season.
True.
The season still existed, whether, we were a part of it or not. We had some good fill-ins this year, so, everything worked out well. It was a great season.
This is true.
And when we get behind the scenes, you'll see a little bit of some of the stuff. We're going to do a behind-the-scenes show for a summer special or something, just to be goofy. I don't know. We shall see. All right, let's get you into some picks, guys.
Let's do it.
We're going to start off with some minor league baseball, because it's baseball season.
It is.
And we have the Toledo Mud Hens, 26 wins, 33 losses. They are traveling to the Pawtucket Red Sox, who have 28 wins and 31 losses. And ironically, kind of have the same logo as another Red Sox team. It's kind of weird. Are they affiliated with that Red Sox team?
I'm sure.
You're sure?
I'm
you
pretty
really
sure. Pretty sure, yeah.
All right, I have Toledo, of course.
I also have Toledo. Next up, also minor league baseball, we have the 29 wins, 29 losses, the West Michigan Whitecaps. They're heading to the 27 wins, 31 losses, the Peoria Chiefs. And by the way, this is my squeaker game of the week.
Squeaker!
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 Squeaker. Which, by the way, most of you didn't see it, but I actually did pick my squeaker game of last week. I'll find it.
Funny that you should say that because we should have probably done the rapid fire recap before we did this, but we're doing things a little backwards tonight.
That's okay. But I'm going with the Whitecaps.
I have the Whitecaps as well. All right, we're going into some NHL hockey. This is playoff action time, and it's your three. You find the 3-point bonus game of the season. It's your three. It's your final 3-point bonus game of the season.
Yeah. Well, it's not technically. There's another 3-point bonus game, but one of your final 3-point bonus games.
It's three.
3-point bonus game. It's a 3. It's a 3-point bonus game. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, probably people really appreciate that version much more than the screaming version.
I don't know. Why would they?
Probably because their speakers aren't getting blown out by us.
Everybody loves the stream. We should take a poll. Sports frenzy poll.
There
do you
you
like
go.
the song or do you like the scream?
I kind of like the song. It's kind of jazzy.
Let us know on the Facebook page.
It's a 3.
Maybe we can get somebody to actually do that for us. I don't know, find an artist. I know a few, but I doubt they'd do that.
You never know, Tim. Anyways.
Oh, is this me?
Yeah.
Alright, we have the 48 wins and 28 losses, 6 overtime losses. That Chicago team. And they're traveling to the 50 wins, 24 losses, 8 overtime losses. The Tampa Bay Lightning, this series somehow got tied up at 2 apiece. Rose and I, we both have the Tampa Bay Lightning because they are run, ironically enough, by a Red Wing.
Steve Yzerman. Yes. NBA playoff finals for you guys. This game will be Sunday at 8 p.m. for you. It is the 53 wins, 29 losses, the Cleveland Cavaliers, who lead the series 2-1, but right now it looks more like the series is going to be tied up at 2 games apiece, knock on wood. They're playing the 67 wins, 15 losses, the Golden State Warriors. I got the Warriors.
Give me the Warriors. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Alright, we are moving on to some arena football. Alright, first up, and this is a televised game for your viewing pleasure. This will be a Saturday game, 7 p.m. on ESPN2. We have the 6 wins, 5 losses, Jacksonville Sharks. They're traveling to the 4 wins and 6 losses, the Tampa Bay Storm. Rose, who you liking in this one?
Gotta go with the Sharks.
I shall go with the Sharks as well.
Next up, the 6 wins, 5 losses, the Cleveland Gladiators. I almost said the Cavaliers. The Gladiators. They're heading to New Orleans to to face the Voodoo. 2 wins, 9 losses for the Voodoo. Unfortunately, I'm going to go with Cleveland on this one.
I'm going to go with Gladiators as well. They're alright sometimes. Alright, next up we have the 8 wins, 2 losses. The Arizona Rattlers. They are traveling to the 3 wins and 7 losses. The Portland Thunder. Na 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 na. Portland. Na 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 na. Thunder. Unfortunately, I cannot go with the na 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 Thunder. I've got the Arizona Rattlers.
Also me as well. This next game is also televised for your viewing pleasure. It is on Friday night at 10 p.m. on CBS Sports. It's the 3 wins, 7 losses, the Las Vegas Outlaws. They're heading to the 3 wins, 7 losses, the Spokane Shock.
Somebody's gonna come away on winner.
Hey, I haven't heard that in a while.
No, we haven't. Teams on there that have the better records.
I'm going to go with the Outlaws.
Do I want to put it all on the line for this game? Going to look ahead a little bit here. Putting my cards on the table, I'm all in. I am going to go with the Spokane Shock to make it interesting this week.
Interesting. Very
Shock
interesting.
has the home field advantage. Las Vegas Outlaws have struggled this season, so that's my justification, and that's what I'm going with.
Makes sense.
Next up, oh yes, my favorite team, the 10 wins, 1 loss, the Philadelphia and they are traveling to the 6 wins and 5 losses, the Orlando Predators. I've got the
Also, I have the Soul. Your last arena football game of the season is the 1 win, 9 losses, the LA Kiss. They're not worth any this year. They're not worth any kind of special intro there with a 1 win record there. They're heading to the 11-0 San Jose SaberCats.
SaberCats are going to be one of your teams in the championship this year.
I agree. I got the SaberCats. Excuse me. I'm getting choked up over here.
That are you, Rose?
I'm getting choked up.
About the SaberCats. Both choked up over the SaberCats this season.
I am. You going with the SaberCats too?
I am.
All right. And for the first time this season, we have some WNBA.
People are like, oh yeah, sure, last episode of the year you can have some girls basketball on there.
The season just started, everybody, so calm down. It's out of my hands. I don't control their season. Anyways, it's the 0 win, 2 losses, the Atlanta Dream.
Jeez, here we go back to this again.
Yeah, I know. That's a horrible name for a basketball team. The 0-2 Atlanta Dream.
So dreamy.
Versus the 2 wins, 0 losses, the Washington Mystics. I got the Mystics.
I gotta tell you though, at least the WNBA, I probably believe is a little more serious than the Women's Football League.
This is true.
The Legends Football League.
Yeah.
I've got the Washington Mystic as well. Next up we have the 1 win, 0 losses, the Phoenix Mercury. They are traveling to the 0 wins and 3 losses, the Indiana Fever. They're not so hot right now.
I got the Mercury.
I'm going to go with the Mercury as well.
Oh, got some Major League Baseball action for you guys here. We have the 26 wins, 31 losses, the Cincinnati Reds. They're heading to Chicago to face the Cubbies. 30 wins, 26 losses. I got the Cubbies.
I will go Cubs also. Next up, we have the 33 wins, 25 losses. The New York Yankees, sorry. And they are traveling to the 27 wins and 30 losses, the Baltimore Orioles.
I got the Orioles.
O-R-E-O? No, that's not what it is. They're not a cookie.
That's what he said, though.
Who you got, Rose?
The Orioles.
Who?
The Orioles.
Who?
The Oreo.
Look at that. Look at that. He struggled with it so much last season, and this season he can say it 5 times in a row.
5 times. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times. 5 times.
Without even missing a beat.
It's like Booker T.
Hi.
Little spinneroony.
I'll go with the Orioles as well.
If I can make a star there, jeez. Next, the 22 wins, 38 losses, the Philadelphia Phillies. You thought I was going to do the Soul. Versus the 31 wins, 27 losses, Army Matey Pittsburgh Pirates. Arr. I got the Pirates.
Ooh, you're going against your dad's Philly team?
Yeah, I got to go with the Army Matey Pirates.
He be going with the Pirates. I be going with the Pirates as well. Pirates it is.
Arr.
Next up we have the 27 wins, 30 losses, the Cleveland Indians. They are traveling to the 31 wins, the 28 losses, your Detroit Tigers! Detroit Tigers! Detroit Tigers! They're at home. This is a home series, so...
I got the Tigers. Ooh. And it's your last.
3-point bonus game. It's your last 3-point bonus game. Got one more 3-point bonus game for you.
Yeah. And we have the 30 wins, 30 losses, the Toronto Blue Jays. They're heading to Boston to face the Red Sox. 27 wins, 32 losses. I got the Blue Jays.
I will go with the Blue Jays as well. Maybe we can get Paul Schaefer from The Late Show to do that for us. He's out of a job now that David Letterman's done.
Hey, there you go. I don't know if our budget will cover that, though.
Sounds like a little jig he'd do. Maybe. Alright, what do we got next? Hey, we got the Atlanta Braves. 28 wins, 30 losses. Traveling to the 31 wins, 28 losses, the New York Mets. Who you liking this one, Rose?
I'm going with the Mets.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that one. Give me the Mets.
33 wins, 23 losses, the Kansas City Royals. They're heading to St. Louis to face the Cardinals. 38 wins, 21 losses. I got the Cardinals.
Yeah, give me the Cards as well.
I was going for warp speed there on that one.
I guess so, man. I guess you can talk a little faster on that one.
I've had a little too much coffee this morning. Sorry, everybody.
This morning, as we're filming at 11 o'clock at night.
You got to remember, I'm a second shifter, so my mornings are different than everybody else's.
This is true.
And my nights are different than everybody else's.
All right. Well, yeah, the majority of the audience, I guess you could say. There are other people that work second shift too, believe it or not.
This is true.
Okay, we have the 34 wins, 25 losses. The L.A. Rogers Dodgers. They are traveling to the 30 wins, 30 losses. The San Diego Padres. Give me Rogers Dodgers.
Rogers Dodgers too. And since this is the last Sports Frenzy picks of the year, we're going to go with some Dancing Deb NASCAR theme. Roll it! Oh, I always do that, darn it. Tim, by the way, Tim's wife loves this thing. Especially these loud ones like...
If she could get her hands on that thing, or actually if she could get her hands around your neck right now, that'd probably even be more appropriate. You don't realize truly how much she would want to take you out for that.
By the way, everybody, this race is at MIS in Brooklyn, Michigan on Sunday.
Could you see Mary doing the RKO on you?
Yeah. RKO out of nowhere!
Right.
I'm going with Kevin Harvick.
Oh, I haven't thought about that.
Let's see. Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson last week. Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Carl Edwards, Greg Biffle, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Danny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jimmy Johnson, Paul Menard, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson.
We go through the whole season?
No, I was burning through a whole bunch of weeks there.
I'm going to go with the, I think I would know this. Who's the Michigan guy?
I have no idea. There's a guy from Michigan. I don't know their stats.
I'm going to go with Brad Keselowski, I guess. I don't know why.
I have no idea how to spell it. I'm just guesstimating there. Oops.
Keselowski.
I was a couple letters off there.
And Brad is B-R-A-D.
Thank you. Jeez. And we do have a pay-per-view this week, so it is your last Sports Frenzy of the week. We have the Money in the Bank pay-per-view
We do.
So this will be on Sunday, so probably we will shoot a recap show for you guys on Monday. You have school on Monday, right? Or Monday and Tuesday?
Well, yeah. I don't know the whole schedule yet, but yeah, we'll roll with that.
Okay. First off, we have Seth Rollins, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and this is a ladder match. So the belt's going to be hanging over the ring. You got to climb the ladder, grab the belt. Versus the lunatic fringe Dean Ambrose, who currently has stolen the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
It keeps going with it.
Yes, it's hilarious. I love it. I'm going to... What?
He keeps handing it back to him in certain events, and then he takes it right back away from him again. It is quite hilarious. It's very DX-ish right now, and that's why I'm loving the lunatic.
Yes, I don't think he's going to win, but I'm going with Dean Ambrose.
I have to go with Dean Ambrose as well.
Next up is the Money in the Bank briefcase. And as you see, it's one picture this week. Just circle the guy's head or put a star or whatever you want by the guy you think's going to win it. We have Dolph Ziggler, Kofi Kingston, Neville, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Sheamus, and Kane.
If Rose could only see his picture when he does this.
What?
For our non-wrestling audience.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I probably totally messed up the order, didn't I?
It goes from left to right, Neville, Sheamus, the Viper, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Kane, Dolph Ziggler, and Kofi Kingston.
You gotta remember, I'm right. That's what I'm going off of right now. I got a gut feeling Roman Reigns is winning it.
Yeah, that would make things interesting. Anyway, 1 minute corporate Kane's just doing corporate stuff, and the next minute he's wrestling again. It's like, come on, people.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that one. I'm going to go with Roman Reigns as well. I'm not real sure about this one.
Yeah, well, Dolph Ziggler I don't think is going to win it. Neville's not. Kofi's not. Orton maybe. Roman maybe. Sheamus maybe. Kane, I don't think he's going to win it.
I don't see... for me, process of elimination, definitely don't see Kane winning it. Ziggler, they're going on a different storyline with his new girlfriend now. Kofi, no.
Yeah, they only have Kofi in there because he's a high flyer.
Neville's too new.
Yep.
So I could see it coming down to either the Viper. I don't think that would really fit into Sheamus' storyline right now either.
But you have to remember how many times the guy won it. I remember when, the guy who's doing Macho Man right now, Damian Sandow, he won the Money in the Bank briefcase once.
True.
So, but that's usually you can kind of see who's going to win it. But that's why I'm going with Roman Reigns.
Definitely, yeah. I'll go with Roman Reigns because he's been earning his dues for that. So
Yeah.
I can't see, even though Neville's like red hot right now, I can't see them giving him a title that soon.
No.
Or even a title shot.
Although they keep, I do have to say they keep showing the same image of they're like, oh my gosh, Dolph Ziggler's won the Money in the Bank briefcase. Then you see on the screen 9 months later cashes in the Money in the Bank. They keep flashing the 9 months.
Yeah.
With him and Seth Rollins, so it might be one of those kind of storylines too. But I don't know. I'm going Roman Reigns either way.
Yeah, I'll go Roman Reigns as well.
And your last Money in the Bank briefcase, or last Money in the Bank match, we have Kevin Owens versus You Can't See Me, John Cena. I think Cena's winning this one.
I agree. Cena's got this one wrapped up.
Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering why this week there was no MLL Outside Lacrosse, it's because this week is their All-Star break. And I couldn't understand how their All-Star thing works, so I couldn't put it on there. So that's why there's no lacrosse this week, if you're wondering. But see if I got anything real quick here for you guys. I don't think there's too much. Oh, I know the Red Wings named Blash Hill, the new head coach of the Detroit Red Wings Tuesday.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations. A new era for the Wings has begun.
If you want to check out a cool tribute to Dusty Rhodes, check that out on the blog there. Danica Patrick was at the Adrian Boys and Girls Club.
Mudheads lost tonight.
Pistons acquire forward. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to. Somebody from Milwaukee. I'm not even going to attempt to say that name. Did you watch and end up watching the Samoan Joe's first NXT match?
Yeah, yes, I just actually finished that just before we came on the air, actually, a little bit before that.
What'd you think?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I have mixed emotions about Samoa Joe being in Next right now. Hopefully they're just using him to help promote some of the young guys. I mean, Next is a good show. It's good. I like the wrestling, and it's actually better than what's going on in WWE and stuff right now. However, it's kind of hard for me to see Samoa Joe facing, and I'm sorry if I'm making it sound bad, a nobody, basically, when he's wrestled against, a lot of former WWE greats that are been on TNA, like Bubba Ray and Hogan and things like that, and then all these other TNA guys, and he's been on Ring of Honor, things like that. So it wasn't too bad for his debut, but I don't know, we shall see. I just hope they don't change his style much.
Yeah.
And the record, I absolutely hate his theme music.
Yeah.
That is god-awful.
It is weird sounding, I will agree. I think it's one of those you gotta listen to for a while, and then maybe you'll like,
You won't like it at all. They need to change it. I mean, it starts out with a little bit of a trademark theme from TNA. It's like the first few bars from when his TNA moment, then it goes into this weird, like,
boom, 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 boom.
It's so not a Samoa Joe type music. It's like, okay, I understand you want flash and pop and this, but give him something better than that.
Yeah.
I just listen to that and I go, oh, that is horrible. Who came up with that?
Probably Jim Johnson. But that's all I think I got for you guys. Sorry, real quick, I meant to bring this up. Justin Verlander will make his season debut Saturday versus Cleveland.
Oh, he's coming back, huh?
He is, yes.
After his stint down in, actually didn't go so great down in Mudhead's land, so.
No. But
we'll see.
That's all I got for you this week.
I think both games he lost, actually, when he was pitching for Mudhead. So, But they were all excited because Mudhens did their special Jurassic Park themed, and he was in a jersey that way, so.
Yep.
I don't know, we'll see if Verlander's going to be the Verlander of old, or if, I'm a little worried about Verlander.
Yeah, me
I
too.
didn't realize it, but, David Price's contract is up this year as well, so he said he might be willing to sign an extension with the team, but you know what that means. He's going to want more money.
Oh, of course. They always want more money.
So we'll see where that goes. Who knows?
But,
Rose doesn't have anything else for us?
nope.
Oh, but he does. Because we did this in reverse order this week.
Ah,
Rose, ladies and gentlemen, will be bringing to you a little thing that we do when we're not able to get a recap show in, called simply the Rapid Fire Recap Show from last week.
I got the title belts. I won 14-12 against Tim. We're starting with some NBA action. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers winning 95-93 in overtime. NHL action, Tampa Bay Lightning to squeak by the Chicago Blackhawks 4-3. NLL lacrosse, the Edmonton Rush squeak by the Toronto Rock 11-10 to win the NLL championship. MLL lacrosse, outdoor lacrosse, the Ohio Machine defeats the Charlotte Hounds 14-12. The New York Lizards stay undefeated 18-11 over the Florida Launch. The Chesapeake Bayhawks defeat the Denver Outlaws 15-12. Arena football. The San Jose SaberCats still are perfect with a win over the Spokane Shock 55-26. The Philadelphia Soul defeats the New Orleans Voodoo 62-41. Jacksonville Sharks defeat the Orlando Predators 66-51. Arizona Rattlers defeat the Tampa Bay Storm 69-46. The Toledo Mud Hens defeat the Columbus Clippers 6-2. The Quad City River Bandits defeat the Michigan Whitecaps. Where's my score? Squeak by the 4-3. My squeaker game of the week and your 3-point bonus game. The New York Yankees defeat the LA Angels 8-7. The Washington Nationals defeat the Chicago Cubs 7-5. The Toronto Blue Jays defeat the Houston Astros 6-2. The Baltimore Orioles defeat the Cleveland Indians 5-2. The Pittsburgh Pirates defeat the Atlanta Braves 10-8. The Chicago White Sox squeak by the Detroit Tigers 4-3, 11 innings. The St. Louis Cardinals defeat the LA Dodgers. Squeak by 2-1. The San Francisco Giants squeak by the Philadelphia Phillies 5-4. NASCAR. Your top three drivers: Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, and Jimmy Johnson.
The Tyson Kidd had a bad accident last week?
I did read that, a spinal injury.
Yes. Looks like they're saying it's a pretty serious injury, and along the same lines as injuries suffered by Stone Cold and Edge.
Oh, neck injuries?
Yeah, and it says it took place on a non-televised match with WWE star Samoa Joe in San Antonio.
Huh.
It looks like even if he does recover from this, it looks like Tyson Kidd's career is over as far as being a wrestler. So, wow, we wish him a speedy recovery. I was unaware of that until I saw the article today. Wish him a speedy recovery on that. And I hope he comes out of it okay at least.
Yeah.
And, yeah, there was one other thing I saw in here I'm going to mention. Oh, Philadelphia Eagles released guard Evan Matthews. He's one of their Pro Bowl players, so that was kind of crazy that they did that. I'm going to try and pronounce that name for you guys. It's Ersin Alavia, and he comes to us from the Milwaukee Bucks. So hopefully somebody can pronounce his name better than we can. And with that, guys, we bring you the end of the season sports frenzy. It seems so uneventful. Sorry, guys. With crazy seasons come crazy endings, I guess. But it's been a fun, rocky road this year, and we hope everybody enjoys their summer. Keep an eye out for a summer special or two. I think Rose and I are going to still try and catch a game or two this season together, so we'll see what happens. Always hate seeing the end like this. It just seems so weird, Rose.
It does. We go off on those couple months that we're off, then all of a sudden we're back, and we're back. Here's Johnny.
It's like everything else. We won't be gone too long.
No.
Summer's shorter and shorter every year, but get out there and enjoy your summers, everybody. Everybody that's done with school, congratulations to the graduates and anybody that's moving on and moving forward. And we look forward to getting back and seeing the rest of you again for season 6.
6.
I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone.
And I'm Jamie.
May the force be with you all. Have a great summer.
Later.